Good evening. My name is Danny Randall, and I am the manager of the Elston Place, which is a division of the MCO Community Development Corporation. Elston Rooming Home, rooming home, men's homeless shelter, has been a very big part of my life. I call my journey a spiritual rags to riches. When I say to riches, that means rich in the Spirit, rich in God, rich in our Heavenly Father, through my journey through the Elston Place rooming home. A little bit about myself. 5 years ago, I was homeless. Had to go into the Salvation Army with a very strong addiction to crack cocaine and alcohol. But by the grace of God, I was able to go into a program for 6 months to give me a fresh start. 3 months into the program, half a year of my life, I had to figure out what I was gonna do. I had to turn my will and my life over to the care of God and go with His lead. So 3 months in, I heard about Elston Place. So I said, okay, God is leading the way. That'll be somewhere that I could possibly live. But I didn't have a job. I hadn't finished the program yet. So right toward the end of finishing the program at the Salvation Army, I became a resident of Elston Place. I moved in with no job, no credentials, driver's license had been suspended, still had warrants out for my arrest, still was not a productive member of society. 2 to 3 months after moving into Elston Place, which is an entity of MCO Community Development Corporation, I began searching for employment. Well, I said, okay, what better employment should I seek if more than to go into the ministry of saving lives into the drug and alcohol field. At that time, God granted me an opportunity to work for a drug and alcohol treatment center, which that landed me my first job here at Elston Place. From there, I became the manager, from resident to manager of Elston Place. That's when the journey began. Through the ups and downs, I had many friends, some as close as relatives, to come through Elston Place, MCO Community Development, and dealing with the strong addiction of alcohol and drugs. We had to be patient. We had to be understanding about this disease called addiction. So God used me as that role model, as that person, and He started to transition me. I transitioned from a resident to the manager, and after that, God started building my life back together again. After getting a job, I started working on getting my license cleared up. I was able to get my driver's license again that I hadn't had in over 2 or 3 years. I was able to become a upstanding man in society. From there, I met a friend of mine that was also a member of the MCO Community Development, Elston Place rooming home. I met him at the Salvation Army, and it was beautiful the way God put the journey together, because his wife introduced me to my wife. I went from homelessness to drug addiction to no one even wanting to trust or socialize with me ever again, to becoming an upstanding member of society. I met my wife. I was able to obtain my own home, my own car, and still 5 years later, I'm still working in the drug and alcohol field. There have been so many men, hurting souls, that come through this community that need help. But as we continue on with our journey, we have programs instilled where we do a men's ministry, a men's talk. We call it, we're building kingdom men back up. Any man can become a member of Elston Place, no matter what race, color, or ethnicity, as long as you're seeking help, seeking shelter. And our job is to develop the men into becoming from homelessness, into building themselves and their lives back, into becoming productive members of society. My experience here is priceless. I can't explain the journeys that I've come through. There have been times where we've had to, people that didn't want to follow the rules, we will still give them another opportunity, but you have to want it. And that's what recovery is all about, the desire to want to get clean, stay clean, and build your life and put it back together again. And I could not have done it without God's help. I really stress the fact that if anybody is interested in ever coming to, ever wanted to join our program and become a member of Elston Place, the doors are always open. We never close our doors. We give chances after chances to get your life back together. We even offer some job readiness programs that will help men build their computer skills back together and get your resumes back on track and things of that nature. It's a very good organization to be in. And as I said, I am an example of what a life can transition into, from, once again, from rags to riches, spiritual riches. And this is what this house and this program has brought in my life. Thank you.